Lily was an enthusiastic 6-year-old starting her journey in a suburban elementary school on the East Coast of the United States. She had large, curious brown eyes, skin a warm shade of mahogany, and a gap-toothed smile that lit up every room she entered. Her parents, Vanessa and Marcus, took pride in watching her embrace school life with such joy. "Tell us, Lily, what did you do today?" her mother, Vanessa, would ask each evening as Lily returned home, bursting with tales of her school adventures. Lily's love for drawing became a key part of these conversations. She would sit at the kitchen table, crayons spread before her, creating whimsical scenes of people, animals, and sometimes even magical worlds. "See, Mama, this is my school playground," Lily would explain, holding up a page colored with vivid blues and greens. She had even drawn her teacher, Miss Thompson, who was tall and had a stern face, but always helped Lily when she had questions about her artwork. Vanessa and Marcus loved how she seemed so happy and content, as if nothing could shake her spirit. Their small apartment was cozy, with soft yellow walls and hand-me-down furniture that Vanessa meticulously cleaned every weekend. There were moments in this snug space where time felt like it stood still, especially as the three gathered around the table, listening to Lily's stories. She often rambled about her new friends and the games they played during recess. "What do you like the most about school, baby girl?" Marcus would ask, taking a break from his evening work on his laptop to give her his full attention. "Art class," Lily would answer without a second thought, eyes shining. "I want to be an artist, Daddy." Lily's bright energy filled their lives, a stark contrast to the hectic world outside. She had a way of making everything feel lighter, and her stories brought laughter and warmth into their home. Neither Vanessa nor Marcus could have anticipated the dark turn that would soon shatter this blissful routine. Weeks passed, and the glow that once accompanied Lily's stories began to fade. Vanessa noticed first. Lily seemed quieter, her eyes less bright. At first, Vanessa chalked it up to Lily adjusting to school life. But one evening, as she was helping Lily get ready for bed, she saw a dark bruise on her daughter's upper arm. "Lily, honey," Vanessa asked, concern evident in her voice, "what happened here? Did you fall?" Lily looked down, avoiding her mother's eyes. "I don't know, Mommy," she replied softly, tugging down her sleeve. Vanessa shared her concerns with Marcus that night. "She had a bruise on her arm, Marcus, and I swear, she's been coming home so quiet these days. She won't even talk about school anymore." Marcus frowned, feeling a pang of worry. Maybe she's just tired? It's a lot for a 6-year-old, right? Starting school and all. But the days that followed brought more bruises, each harder to ignore. One evening, as Lily climbed into Marcus's lap for their nightly story, he noticed a fresh mark on her knee, then another on her forearm. "Hey, sweetheart," he said gently, trying not to alarm her. "Did something happen at school?" Lily shrugged, eyes focused on the floor. "Just playing," she mumbled, her voice almost a whisper. Marcus shared a concerned glance with Vanessa, who leaned in, softly but insistently. "Lily, baby, you know you can tell us anything, right? We're here to protect you." Lily's gaze remained lowered, her small fingers twisting the hem of her shirt. Vanessa's heart ached, sensing that her daughter was hiding something, but unable to understand why. Over the next few days, she and Marcus observed Lily closely, their unease growing with each new mark that appeared. Vanessa knew something was wrong. This wasn't just the rough and tumble of childhood. There was something haunting in Lily's silence, a quiet fear that lingered in her dark eyes. The unease gnawed at Vanessa and Marcus, but every attempt to talk to Lily was met with the same evasive response. One evening, after a particularly silent dinner, Vanessa sat beside her on the couch. "Lily, sweetheart, Daddy and I have noticed these bruises, and we're just worried about you." Lily looked down, fiddling with the worn edge of her stuffed bear, Brownie. Her small voice came out barely above a whisper. I don't remember, Mommy. Maybe I just fell. Her words felt rehearsed, like she was trying to convince herself as much as her mother. Vanessa's chest tightened. Lily was naturally clumsy at times, but this felt different. There were too many bruises, and her once bright spirit seemed shadowed. Are you sure, baby? You know you can tell us anything. We just want you to be safe. Lily nodded, avoiding her mother's searching gaze. I'm fine, Mommy. Can we talk about something else? She shifted, curling up on the couch and pressing her small frame against Vanessa's side. Vanessa ran a gentle hand over her hair, sharing a worried look with Marcus, who stood in the doorway observing, his face etched with concern. After Lily went to bed, Vanessa and Marcus sat at the kitchen table in silence, the hum of the fridge the only sound. She's hiding something, Marcus. I can feel it, but she's so scared. Why would she be so afraid to tell us what's happening? Marcus rubbed his temples, tension in his shoulders. I don't know. Maybe we should talk to her teacher, or see if we can ask other parents if they've noticed anything. Vanessa nodded, feeling a weight in her chest. The uncertainty was unbearable, and she knew they couldn't let it go on. But more than anything, she feared what they might uncover. She wished for the days when Lily came home chattering about her drawings and playground adventures. Now, even the simplest questions seemed to push her daughter further away. As they sat in the dim light of the kitchen, Vanessa felt a mix of helplessness and determination. Whatever was haunting their little girl, they would find a way to bring it to light, together. The pattern continued, and the bruises seemed to multiply. Each day, Lily returned home quieter, more withdrawn. The spark in her eyes had all but disappeared. Vanessa and Marcus's worry turned into deep suspicion. They had kept hoping Lily would open up on her own, but now they realized they couldn't wait any longer. One morning over breakfast, Marcus cleared his throat, his voice steady but concerned. Lily, we're going to take you to school today and meet with Miss Thompson. Just a little chat to make sure everything's okay. He kept his tone light, trying not to alarm her, but Lily's small hands clenched around her spoon, her knuckles going pale. Why? I don't want you to talk to Miss Thompson, Lily stammered, her face clouded with something close to fear. Vanessa and Marcus exchanged a troubled glance. Vanessa leaned closer, trying to keep her voice soothing. Honey, we just want to know you're safe and happy at school. Miss Thompson cares about you too, right? But Lily's reaction was unexpected. Her eyes grew wide, and she shook her head fervently. No, please don't talk to her. Her voice was filled with a desperation that broke Vanessa's heart. She looked down, a tear slipping down her cheek as she whispered, Please, Mommy, please don't. Marcus gently took her hand. Lily, it's okay. We just want to make sure everything's all right. You know you can trust us, right? Lily's silence was haunting. She nodded slowly but looked away, her little shoulders tense and withdrawn. Vanessa knew something was wrong, something deeper than she had feared. She felt the helplessness intensify, the questions swirling in her mind with no clear answers. After Lily was dropped off at school, Vanessa and Marcus sat in the car, the silence heavy. Marcus finally spoke, his jaw clenched. We can't ignore this anymore, Vanessa. She's scared of her own teacher. I don't know what's happening, but we have to do something. Vanessa felt a pang in her chest as she nodded. We need to find out what's going on before it gets worse. Whatever it is, we're not leaving her to face it alone. The next morning, Vanessa and Marcus made the decision to meet with the school principal, Mr. Carter. The drive was silent, filled with tension and unspoken fears. When they arrived, Mr. Carter greeted them with a polite smile, his office decorated with the cheerful artwork of students, colorful banners, and awards displayed proudly on the wall. But in this moment, the welcoming atmosphere felt out of place. As they sat across from Mr. Carter, Vanessa took a deep breath. "We're here because we're concerned about our daughter, Lily. She's been coming home with bruises, and she seems afraid. We don't know exactly what's going on, but something isn't right." Mr. Carter's expression shifted, a flicker of worry crossing his face. "I understand your concern, Mrs. Roberts. We want every student to feel safe here. Have you spoken to her teacher, Miss Thompson?" Vanessa exchanged a tense look with Marcus before replying. "Lily's terrified at the idea of us talking to Miss Thompson. She begged us not to." "That only makes us more concerned." Mr. Carter leaned forward, his brow furrowing. "This is very troubling to hear. Miss Thompson has been with us for years, and we've never had any complaints like this before. But I take this very seriously. If something is happening, we'll find out." He paused, considering. "I'll check our security footage. We have cameras in the hallways and certain areas around the classrooms. I can review the footage to see if there's anything that might explain what Lily has been experiencing." Relief mingled with anxiety as Vanessa nodded. "Thank you, Mr. Carter. We just want to know she's safe." As they left his office, Marcus put a comforting arm around Vanessa's shoulders. "He's taking this seriously. We might finally get some answers." But even with Mr. Carter's promise, Vanessa's heart felt heavy. The idea of watching footage to uncover what her daughter might be going through seemed surreal, even terrifying. She clutched Marcus's hand as they walked down the bright, cheerful hallway, filled with the laughter of other children, a stark contrast to the dread growing within her. They both knew that whatever lay ahead, they had to be prepared for a truth they might not want to face. The following afternoon, Mr. Carter called Vanessa and Marcus back to the school, his tone solemn. They sat in his office, a tense silence hanging between them as they waited. After a few moments, Mr. Carter entered, his usual calm demeanor replaced by a troubled expression. "I reviewed the footage from the past several days," he began, sitting down across from them. "And I found something concerning." He hesitated, as if struggling to find the right words. "I'm truly sorry you're facing this." Mr. Carter turned the monitor around, pressing play on the video file. The hallway footage was slightly grainy, but the figures were clear. There, outside Lily's classroom, they saw Miss Thompson leading her by the arm. It looked almost routine at first, until Miss Thompson suddenly shoved Lily against the wall, her hand gripping Lily's arm hard enough that even through the screen, Vanessa winced. Vanessa's hand shot to her mouth, eyes welling up with tears. Marcus's face darkened, his fists clenched tightly as he watched Miss Thompson lean in, saying something they couldn't hear. Lily's small form was frozen, her head bowed, visibly scared. The footage showed Miss Thompson roughly releasing her and returning to the classroom, leaving Lily alone in the hallway, her tiny frame trembling. Mr. Carter paused the video, his own face marked by a deep sadness and disbelief. "We would never condone such behavior from any member of our staff. Miss Thompson has been suspended immediately while we conduct a full investigation, and I'll be in touch with the district about further action." Vanessa's voice trembled as she spoke, barely a whisper. "I trusted her. Lily trusted her. How could she do this?" Marcus, usually the calmer of the two, couldn't contain his anger. "We put our daughter's safety in your hands, and this is what happens?" His voice was steady but filled with fury. Mr. Carter nodded solemnly. "You're absolutely right, Mr. Roberts. I can't express how deeply I regret this. Please know we will support you in any way we can moving forward. I'll provide you with the footage for any legal action you wish to take." As they walked out of the office, Vanessa felt a whirlwind of emotions: anger, heartbreak, guilt. She thought of Lily's pleading eyes, her quiet refusal to tell them what had happened. She had been suffering in silence, afraid to speak out. In the car, Vanessa turned to Marcus, her voice shaky. "We have to take this to the police. Lily deserves justice, and Ms. Thompson can't hurt another child." Marcus nodded, his jaw set. "Whatever it takes, Vanessa. We'll make sure she's held accountable." As they drove home, a grim determination settled between them. They knew the road ahead would be difficult, but for Lily's sake, they were ready to face whatever lay ahead. Their daughter had been wronged, and now they would do everything in their power to protect her and bring the truth to light. The next few days were a whirlwind of police reports, statements, and meetings with legal advisors. Vanessa and Marcus struggled to keep their emotions in check, determined to show strength for Lily's sake. Their home, once filled with warmth and laughter, was now a place of guarded whispers and tension. One evening, after Lily had gone to bed, Vanessa and Marcus sat at the dining table, the weight of the situation pressing down on them. "I keep thinking about all those times she came home with those bruises," Vanessa murmured, her voice choked with guilt. "She was trying to tell us in her own way, and I didn't see it." Marcus reached across the table, taking her hand in his. "We did the best we could with what we knew, Vanessa. Now, we're doing everything to make this right. Lily knows we're here for her now." The sound of footsteps broke their conversation. Lily, clutching her stuffed bear, appeared in the doorway, looking smaller and more vulnerable than ever. "Mommy, Daddy, I had a bad dream." Vanessa quickly crossed the room, kneeling down to hug her daughter tightly. "We're right here, sweetheart. Do you want to talk about it?" Lily hesitated, then whispered, "I dreamed Miss Thompson was mad at me again." Vanessa's heart broke as she held Lily close, stroking her hair. "You don't ever have to be afraid of her again, honey. Mommy and Daddy won't let her hurt you. We promise." Marcus knelt beside them, his voice soft but steady. "We're going to make sure Miss Thompson can't hurt anyone else. You're safe now, Lily." The three of them sat in silence, wrapped in each other's arms, as Lily slowly drifted back to sleep in Vanessa's lap. In that moment, Marcus and Vanessa felt a renewed sense of purpose. They would see this through, not just for Lily but for every child who deserved a safe and loving environment. The next morning, they took the first steps in pressing charges. It was a painful decision, but one they made with conviction. They couldn't change what Lily had endured, but they could fight to ensure her voice, and the voices of countless others, would be heard. With the legal process underway, Vanessa and Marcus knew that healing would require more than justice. Lily needed emotional support. They decided to seek the guidance of Dr. Allen, a child psychologist with experience in trauma therapy. Dr. Allen's office was bright and welcoming, decorated with colorful murals and shelves lined with toys and art supplies. When they first brought Lily in, she clung tightly to Vanessa's hand, her eyes wide as she took in the new environment. Dr. Allen greeted them with a warm smile and gentle demeanor. "Hi, Lily. I'm Dr. Allen. You can call me Dr. A if you want," she said, kneeling to Lily's height. "This is a safe place, and we can talk about whatever you like. I've even got crayons if you'd like to draw." Lily glanced up at Vanessa, who nodded encouragingly. Slowly, Lily released her grip and followed Dr. Allen to a small table. Vanessa and Marcus watched, their hearts heavy but hopeful, as Dr. Allen began asking Lily simple questions about her favorite things, her favorite color, the games she liked to play, and her favorite stories. Gradually, Lily began to open up, her small voice soft as she answered. Dr. Allen gently introduced questions about school, approaching the painful memories with care. "Lily, sometimes school can be tough, and sometimes people there don't treat us kindly. Has that ever happened to you?" Lily looked down, picking up a crayon and drawing small circles on a piece of paper. "Miss Thompson, she got mad at me. I didn't do anything wrong, but she got mad," she whispered. Dr. Allen listened intently, nodding in understanding. "That sounds really hard, Lily. It's okay to feel sad or even scared when someone treats us that way. Here, you can talk about anything you feel. As Lily began to open up, a weight seemed to lift from her small shoulders. She spoke in quiet fragments, her words gradually piecing together the experiences that had haunted her. Vanessa and Marcus felt a glimmer of relief. Their daughter was starting to let go of her silence, finding words for the pain she had kept hidden for so long. Over the following sessions, Lily continued to share, and Dr. Allen helped her express her emotions through art and play, creating a space where Lily could reclaim her sense of safety. Vanessa and Marcus were deeply grateful, watching Lily's resilience and bravery shine through her healing journey. They knew that although the scars might remain, she would come out stronger, with a family who would always stand by her side. With Lily beginning to find her voice in therapy, Vanessa and Marcus committed to creating a nurturing environment at home, one that reassured her of her safety and their unconditional love. They made small but meaningful changes in their routines, ensuring that Lily felt supported and valued every day. One evening, as the three sat at the dining table coloring together, something Dr. Allen had suggested as a way for Lily to express herself freely, Lily looked up, her eyes searching Vanessa's face. "Mommy, do you still love me even though I didn't tell you before?" Vanessa's heart ached as she reached over, taking Lily's hand in hers. "Oh, Lily, we love you so much. Nothing you do could ever change that. You were so brave, and we're so proud of you for sharing your feelings with us." Marcus nodded, his voice steady yet soft. "Lily, you're the bravest girl we know. It's okay that you didn't tell us before. What matters is that we're here together now, and we'll always be here for you." Lily's face relaxed, a small smile forming as she returned to her drawing. The simple reassurance allowed her to begin building trust, to understand that she wasn't alone. Vanessa and Marcus remained attentive, inviting Lily to share anything she wanted to talk about without pressure. They spent more time as a family, taking weekend outings to the park and organizing family art nights, where they all gathered around the table to draw and talk. Lily also started bringing her friends from school over for playdates, something she had stopped doing during her difficult times. Vanessa watched with joy as Lily's laughter filled the apartment again, a beautiful reminder of her daughter's resilience. Vanessa and Marcus shared the responsibility of rebuilding trust and openness in their family, knowing it would be a gradual process but grateful for every small step forward. Though there were still difficult days, Vanessa and Marcus felt a renewed sense of unity. They had weathered the worst and emerged as a stronger family, united by their love and commitment to each other's well-being. Watching Lily regain her confidence and sense of safety brought hope to their hearts, reinforcing the bond that held them together through every challenge. As the weeks turned into months, Lily's laughter returned in full. Her love for drawing blossomed anew, and her once frequent nightmares became rare. Through her sessions with Dr. Allen and the unwavering support of her parents, she began to heal from the hurt and confusion that had shadowed her early school days. One sunny Saturday afternoon, the family decided to visit a local art fair. Lily's eyes lit up as she walked among the colorful booths, each filled with unique paintings, sculptures, and drawings. She clutched Vanessa's hand, pointing excitedly at a booth filled with vibrant, whimsical animal portraits. "Mommy, look, that's just like my drawing," she exclaimed, beaming with pride. Vanessa's eyes welled up as she watched her daughter, filled with excitement and hope once again. "Maybe one day, you'll have your own art booth here, Lily," she said with a smile, squeezing Lily's hand gently. "Yeah," Lily replied, her eyes sparkling. "And I'll draw happy things. Lots of colors, so people smile when they see it." The words felt like a milestone, a testament to how far she had come. For Marcus and Vanessa, it was a moment of deep gratitude. They had walked alongside Lily through her darkest moments, helping her rebuild the joy she had almost lost. As they returned home that evening, Lily spent hours at the kitchen table, surrounded by crayons, sketching animals and landscapes filled with bright colors. She would occasionally pause to explain her drawings to her parents, her voice filled with confidence and laughter. Their journey hadn't been easy, but Vanessa and Marcus knew they had emerged stronger as a family. Lily's courage had inspired them, deepening their appreciation for the resilience of their little girl. They were committed to nurturing her dreams and supporting her every step of the way. As Lily's head nodded with sleepiness, Vanessa gently guided her to bed, tucking her in and kissing her forehead. "Good night, my brave girl. We love you," she whispered. Lily smiled, her eyes closing. "Love you too, Mommy. Love you, Daddy." For the first time in months, Vanessa felt a profound sense of peace. They had faced the unimaginable and come out stronger. And now, as they watched Lily drift off to sleep, they knew the future held brightness, resilience, and, most importantly, hope. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and check out this next story. It's truly moving.